Oh shit, what's up guys? My name is Mike and this is another very special episode of Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4. We are now playing with the 1.1 patch, and I think to celebrate the new patch with the new UI improvements, it's time to start a new game. But I'm tired of the wars in Europe. I'm tired of the wars in North America. I'm tired of tanks. I'm tired of planes. I'm tired of all that finicky bullshit. Let's just swarm the universe with thousands and thousands to tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of men as China, as we defend our 5,000 years of glorious history against the anime invaders, the aggressors, Japan. So we're going to be China today. We're going to go regular and historic. Now, China's a very, very tricky country. I've done a couple of just, test starts with it, and you start off with nothing. Let me show you this. If you haven't played as China, let me show you start off with 2 research slots. What the fuck? You start off with the generic focus tree. That's bullshit. You get a grand total of 6 military factories, 1 dockyard, and 14 civilian factories. Like, it's crazy, crazy shitty. But we're going to make a run at it. We're going to just... The one advantage that China has over every other nation, of course, is just sheer manpower. And if you can get going, I think, if I've done my calculations correctly, and by calculations, I mean I've done absolutely no math, and I'm just guessing, I think through sheer manpower, we should be able to overwhelm the world. So let's start. First things first. Let's take a look at our divisions. We have all field marshals. We're going to choose the best dude, I guess this guy here. And I'm going to kill the horses. Delete them. Okay, so we're going to eat all the horses. No problem. Infantry equipment. So look at our tech tree. Take a look at that too. Look, we don't even have weapons 1. We've got like nothing. Not even support equipment. No tanks. Well, I guess with the Great War tank. No artillery. Nothing. You're really starting from scratch with China. But that's okay. That's okay. Okay, so we killed all the horses. We ate all the horses. Now, the second thing I'm going to do is take a look at our divisions real quick. And I'm actually going to delete the horse division. Yes, go away. These guys are combat width 8. These are 12. I'm actually going to switch everybody to combat width 8. We're going to recover all the manpower and all of the equipment from this. And eventually we're going to boost this up to combat width 10. We're going to go with half width divisions. So we can have more troops in the field and less fucking around. So let's go to this guy. We're going to select all. And we're going to switch everybody to the... I think it was this one. Yes, so now they're all the 10 width divisions. Or they're now 8, but we're going to expand them to 10 later on. We'll delete that one. And I'm just going to change his icon to the normal... Oops, no, actually that's not an icon. It's, pardon me, regular default template. Or recovery, or, fuck, what do you call that? Reinforcement, thank you. All right, so now we've got all of our 10 width. They're going to rearrange themselves. And we're going to throw all of these dudes onto this border. And we're going to create a new line for them just so they can immediately start getting their preparation bonus. Okay, units taken care of. Now, research, we're actually going to go to focus first. And the reason for that is because we have so little in the way of research, we cannot afford to waste a single bonus. So we have to be very, very, very clever about how and when we go down our focus tree and research tree. So I think I'm going to start with, this is tough. Land doctrine or industry. I think we'll go industry first. Normally I would spend some time building up industry, considering we have 0 industry really available to us. But the problem is we're on a very tight clock because Japan is going to invade us. Historically, of course, they're going to start declaring war. There's going to be a whole bunch of shit that's going to go on. So we have a very limited time frame to improve our forces to the point where we can actually repel a Japanese invasion. So we're going to go with industry, and we're going to kind of bounce back and forth between industry and military stuff. So equipment, no planes. We don't want any planes. Fuck that. No boats. Our naval shipyards are going to be purely working on convoys because we have no convoys. And all of our factories are going to be just building equipment for us. That's all we need. We need guns, we need bayonets, and we need convoys to get all the resources for guns and bayonets to our shores. Not going to train any divisions because we have a dearth of equipment already, so we're just going to leave that for now. Civilian factories, you know how it goes. All military civilian or military factories. That's all we're going to do. So we're building our sweatshops. We're getting all those proud citizens of Great China into sweatshops. And now, finally, we're going to look at our technology. So we're going to flip back and forth real quick. So the the focus tree gives us a couple of things. So we can get research bonuses for infantry equipment as well as doctrines. And I think the key here is really going to be our doctrine technology. Because the thing with doctrines, the thing with China is that we don't have factories to build anything. So all this equipment would be nice, getting all the support equipment, you know, doing special forces, all this stuff. But the thing is, we don't have factories or resources to build any of this stuff, right? Like, look at our fucking resources. We produce 2 oil. We produce 36 steel. Like, we've got nothing to work with. So the only thing that's going to help us out and give us a fighting chance are things that give passive bonuses, like the doctrines, like this kind of shit, like support weapons and so on. Stuff that we don't have to build. If we don't have to build it and it gives us a bonus, I'm super, super happy with that. Okay, so first technology. We're going to get a bonus to industry, but we can't necessarily wait for that. So we'll use that bonus on maybe the factories. Let's see, which one do we need? 142, yes. So this is the quickest one to do, so we'll do that one. The next research that we get will have a bonus to it. And then for infantry, I think we will wait. Instead, we will get this guy, because it's only 95 days, and it's going to give us a 2% research time. So we'll go with those 2 ones to begin with. All right, we're going to unpause. Most of this is going to be played on speed 5, at least for the very beginning. We'll see if we slow it down. We're not going to be doing a lot of finesse. It's going to be a lot of just swarms and waves, millions upon millions of men swarming over the world. Okay, so what else do we have going on? So we're non-aligned. We have no government, and I think we're going to stay that way. I'm not really interested in going fascist or communist. We're going to just do our own thing. But there's still no elections, because I guess we're some sort of dictatorship, but just not what the game considers to be fascist. We've got communist uprisings with our good friends here. Shebe Sanma, Yunnan, Guanxi Clique, and the People's Republic of China, and Shanxi. So these guys all hate us, because they're all communists. We do have a German military dude who's chilling out with us. He's hanging out, having drinks. And he gives us a bonus to our land doctrine, which is going to go well with our focuses. Remilitarization, don't care about Europe. Not one bit. Okay, we're going to flip right over to army effort. So that'll give us a bonus to our first land doctrine when we get there. Okay, and our first event. So we're preparing to attack against the communists. So what are our options here? What are the differences? So this one gives us a 70% chance of victory over the communists. 50% and 30%. And the only difference is that this one's going to take 10,000 manpower. Well, you know, honestly, and it could be a penalty of up to 50,000 manpower. We start off with 4.77 million. And this is just a start. This is only with the volunteer-only army with 1.5%. So we have tens of millions of potential recruits. So I don't think manpower is a big penalty for us. We're going to choose the first one. We're going to strong on the warlords. We're going to kick their asses. And we win. Perfect. So we got 200 political power right away. So what are we going to spend this on? That's fantastic. Everything's looking up for China. Look at this guy with his fucking little Hitler mustache. You wish you were as cool as Hitler, buddy. Let's see. So industrial. We could get some industrial research time or electronics research time. Probably industrial. There's more in the industrial tree. That would make sense. Any political? No, because we don't want to change our party, at least not right away. And this one would be good, except we're not going to be building civilian factories or infrastructure or refineries, at least not, again, not right away. Theorist. Could get this guy for the experience. Land doctrine time, minus 7%. So we could stack some bonuses. That might not be so bad. But, yeah, actually, maybe that's, no, you know what? I think we'll go industrial concern. I think we need to do what we can to get our industry online. Ethiopia got all kinds of fucked up. We'll do what we can to get our industry online. Again, we have to really watch it, because if we spend too much time building up infrastructure and industry, we won't have the troops necessary to repel the Japanese invasion. Okay, do we have any bonuses yet? Yes. Industry bonus. Okay, so we're going to go over to industry, and we're immediately going to grab... Oh, maybe we should wait. 9 days, 31 days. Shit. So this is... We're not going to be able to store up a full 30 days. Well, you know what? We're going to need construction anyway, so we'll just grab that. No big deal. Okay, we can modify our government yet again because of those fat bonuses we got. So no political theorists. I guess we can just take the military dude, since we're going to be researching land doctrine after this is done. Is there anything else that I want? Chief of Army. No, we'll get those guys later. Yes, we'll get this guy. So we'll immediately start grabbing up some experience. Maybe it'll let us expand our divisions to 10 units before the war starts. That would be nice. We've got 1,000 stored up. Once we get a bit of a surplus, then we'll start building some units, I think. Actually, no, we could probably start doing that right now. Why don't we just train some of these guys. How many can we train? 4 right now? No problem. No problem. Not that. That's not what I wanted. We're going to set your location to Nanjing. Why not? Okay, so we're rolling away. We got our basic machine tools done. Thank you. And then we don't have another 50%, which is fine. So we will take next concentrated industry. Got to get those factories working at peak performance. Absolute peak performance. Okay, next step is a good question. I think we'll go equipment effort. We need to get it to equipment 1. The basic equipment's not going to cut it. I feel there's quite a difference between these two. Like 2 points extra defense, an extra point of breakthrough, 3 points of soft attack, half a point of hard attack. Yeah, like it's going to add up, especially if we're going to be doing mass numbers. Those little differences add up tremendously. But we'll wait till we get the bonus for that. In the meantime, we just got a doctrine bonus. So we're already got 1 tick in the mass assault doctrine. So obviously we're going to go down this tree. So the next one's going to be out of supply, negative 10%, and supply grace 48 hours. It's going to be good for us because a lot of this fucking territory is just complete hot garbage. It's just a flaming dumpster of fucking bullshit when it comes to infrastructure and supply. So anything we can do to require less supply is a good thing, in my opinion. Okay, so we built up a little bit of experience now from our military advisor dude. Do we have enough to edit to add an extra infantry? We do. Okay, so we're going to do that. So we're going to go 10 width, which means that we can attack, normally like it's 20 width divisions because everything's a multiple of 20. So we just need 2 guys for every 1 division the enemy has. Which is more than okay. I'm perfectly happy with that. Now, do we want to get yet another infantry equipment? Let's see. So if we do that, we can grab weapons 1 and the support equipment. Yeah, I think we will. Again, support equipment is a passive bonus, and passive bonuses are good bonuses for China. Nothing like a good passive bonus to get me all hot and bothered. Olympic Games, I'm sure we didn't participate in the Olympic Games. So I don't care. Don't care about your European interests. Don't care about anything that's going on over here. We've got our own shit to deal with. Japan tried to import mass amounts of anime, and we are just not having anything of it. So we're chilling in Beijing. Got our pocket defense, our pocket protectors to make sure our pens don't leak. So this one's going to give us our leg infantry, organization, and max entrenchment. Exactly what we need. Okay, another modified government. We're racking up those political points like crazy. Love it. So do we want to get... I'm going to check this again. I don't think we need these. Not yet. Materiel. I guess we shall get the small arms research time. We're going to need that very shortly here. Once industry is done, then we'll start cranking on those infantry equipment bits and pieces. Equipment effort 2. Perfect. Okay, so now we need to stop fucking around with that. That's going to give us more than enough stuff to research for the next little bit. We need to do... So this is... We get 2 extra research slots down here if we roll down construction. But this is going to be construction, like civilian and infrastructure, which is not supremely important. I think it's more important to get some military factories online. Even the couple extra ones that gets us is tremendously useful. Okay, so we're starting to build up a surplus. We're going to build some more infantry. Can't afford to have a surplus. We need everything that we have in the field. Spain has gone schizo. Poor Spain. They should take a note from glorious China. One united China. I guess there's actually like 6 different Chinas right now, so it's not really united, but I will pretend it's united. So we'll switch over to weapons 1 right away. That won't take long to build. And then that way we can switch our production lines over to equipment 1. And we'll get away from basic equipment. So we're upgrading from muskets to bolt action. And our bayonets are upgraded to grenades. So instead of putting bayonets on our guns, we're putting grenades on the front of our guns. And this is going to be a constant problem. Needing lots of shit. So we're going to grab our stuff from the Soviet Union, I think, for now. because I don't want to use our convoys to trade. Because as soon as Japan attacks us, they're going to sink all of our fucking convoys. And we're going to be sitting here with our dicks in our hands, wondering where all of our steel is going. Okay, so we'll do armament 2. Get those free factories. Infantry equipment 1. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now we still have another bonus. I'll use it on this. This is going to get me defense and breakthrough. Definitely need that defense shit. And that means we will switch over to this. We're going to lose some of our efficiency. It does take more steel, but it will be worth it. So the Xi'an incident, external pressure from the Soviet Union for end of hostilities between us and the Chinese Red Army has led to peoples. Should we make peace with the communists? Or never? I think we'll make peace. We'll contact them for peace talks. One China united. Truce in the Chinese Civil War. There's hope. We get an extra 100 something for that. I guess 100 opinion points towards them. Yes, we will try to unite all of China. We don't care if you're communist, if you're democratic, if you're a fascist. If you're Chinese, you're good with us. We built a wall together. We can do that again. Should we build a wall? No, that's stupid. I don't even know. Was the Great Wall used in World War II to any like strategic effect? That'd be really interesting to see. Probably not. I would guess. Okay, we got our support weapons. So we built a bunch of mortars and shit. These are about a little bit of more than a year ahead. We're still working on that. We don't need these yet. Industry. We should grab reinforce rate. I want to get this, but it's 233 days for a 3% bonus. I think the reinforce rate is more important right off the bat. If I had to choose. We can modify our government again, racking up those political points. I keep checking that, but there's nothing in there I want. So let's look for people that are going to get us some good shit. Army regrouping. Actually, let's look at Chief of Army first. There's an Army Defense Genius. Zongren Li. Yes. So although I want to be on the defensive, I feel like for 150 points, this guy's only going to give us 10% attack. Versus a 15% defensive. I'm going to take geniuses. Only geniuses are allowed. Again, those passive bonuses, racking up those sweet passive bonuses. Okay, we've deployed a bunch of troops, so we will control click, add you over there. Head on over. Can we add more? Not exactly. We're still not producing enough for that. Armament effort 2, excellent. And then should we grab armament effort 3 right away? Or start working on construction effort. We'll grab it right away. Or what bonuses do we have saved up right now? Anything? Because this is going to be done in 64 days. So actually, instead, let's grab doctrine effort. This will be done in 60 days now. And then the next one we can grab at a 50% discount. So let it build up a few days of research in between. Because what's the next doctrine? Is it good? Oh, we get to choose. What would be better? This one says People's Army. I think People's Army is extremely my shit. So we're going to go with People's Army. Fuck yeah. If this would just hurry up, we could do that. We got 4.61 million manpower. Again, that's with volunteers only. Can't fucking wait. This bloats up to millions upon millions of people in the field, just like ants crawling over dropped cookies. Okay, so we're gonna wait. This is only 1 day away. There we go. Smart. Great minds think like Mike. It's what my mom always used to tell me. I don't want to fall too far behind, but I also really want these factories, so I'm gonna grab that. And then the research slot. Yes, we will spend on the People's Army. So we're going to get negative 10% attrition. I think, again... Oh, what? What the fuck? Here we go. People's Army. Anything that gives us a bonus to attrition. And here we go. The Japan is starting to justify on us. Japan is starting to justify on us. As expected. Okay, so now we've got 82 guys in there. We're going to bring these dudes over. We're fully entrenched as much as we can be. Fully prepared. They're looking at us. They're eyeballing us. I don't like it one bit. Does it tell us how long this is going to take? Can we see? No, we can't see. But I'm guessing it's this. This is probably the focus. Is is what's happening here. We're going to have to also guard some of our ports. I'm going to send these guys over here. We're going to create actually a new army with the other entrenchment dude. Yes, sir. Half of you guys, let's see. We're going to create a fallback line here. You go over there. You guys are going to create a fallback line. We'll create it right along there. Not going to have enough guys to guard it right now, but we should have some more guys popping up pretty damn quick. At least before the war starts. As long as we can get some more guys to guard some of our ports before the war starts. Because Japan, they love their fucking naval invasions. And with the new patch, from what I've read from the new patch, naval invasions are much more of a thing, so to speak. So we just have to be prepared for that. Okay, do we have any bonuses? We do not. So, shall we... 20% or 10% efficiency cap? So we'll go concentrated industry. Is that the wisest choice? This is still ahead. Can't afford to waste time with ahead of time technology. Not yet. This is good, but it's going to take 232 days, so that won't even be done before the war starts, whereas one of these might be done. Okay, we'll grab industry. Get our factories working overtime. Amelia Earhart just fucked up. We can modify our government yet again. Okay, so let's get a high command dude. And division, attack, and defense. That seems like a really good idea. We're going to probably want all three of these guys. Attrition and regrouping are both really good, but I think the attack and defense will do us the best in the very early parts of the war here. All right, we have reached a breaking point. We're not going to give up shit. It's the Marco Polo Bridge. They're cheating in Marco Polo. Yeah, we've reached a breaking point. And leadership purges in the Soviet Union, you fucking idiots. Armament effort 3 is done, so that's one more military factory for glorious China. Now I think that's going to be do we beeline for the extra research slots? I think we have to. We can't fuck around too much longer. What do we need? Steel. We can't fall behind on steel either. Give us all your steel, Russia, please, and thank you. Yeah, we can't afford to fall behind on the research because we're going to be totally screwed. Okay, let's send a couple more guys. Let's send the 4 dudes down to here. Is 3 guys going to be enough to guard that? Maybe one more. Maybe one more. Go over there. And then the other 4 dudes will come here. So 86. I wonder if we can get to 100 divisions before they declare war on us. That would be sweet. I don't know if we're going to get that lucky, though. Got a bunch of guys in training. People's Army's done, thank God. Infantry recovery 0.3. That's not super important right now. And I'm going to wait till we can get another doctrine bonus. So instead, still a half year away. So instead we'll get the machine tools. We get those fucking rifles pumping out as fast as possible. The more rifles, the merrier. We do have a slight edge, so we can maybe add a couple more. A couple more training guys at once. The more, the merrier. And we're really just waiting for Japan to pull the trigger. Let's see what the fuck happens. Come on, Japan. You know you want to do it. You know you want to do it, bitch. Think you can handle me? 86 versus 11, 15, 29. Yeah, if that's all you got, you're fucked as fuck. Another 6. You got a sweet 92. Okay, and there we go. Japan has declared war. They built up on the Chinese border. Vicious imperialistic invaders. They're coming over the border with their anime, with their manga, with all this shit that's going to destroy our beautiful culture and enslave our young men to sit in dark rooms by themselves. And we will just not have any of that. So the war, I think, it has started, right? No, it just started against Shanxi. No, there we go. Now it's started. Now they're at war. Okay, and immediately the Soviet Union wants to send us 6 divisions. We will take the 6 divisions, even though we're not communists. I guess because we're friends with their communist friends. Okay, so I think I'll take a break here. The war has started. We'll see how this goes. Thanks so much for joining me. Join me next time to see how our glorious battle against the anime invaders goes. And much love, many kisses. Much appreciated, guys. We'll talk to you soon.